officially out of California. Oh, and look at that. We got a rainbow. All right, y'all, we are posted up in this whole surrounding area. The only blue McDonald's in the entire world. What's good, y'all? Welcome back to Rolling with Bearman. Super exciting day today. Me and the Longship are embarking on our first out-of-state road trip. And I'm already running a little late, as always. 7:24 right now, just about 7:30. So I'm gonna get on the road and get to Sedona. It's gonna be about 7.5 hours to get there, and I still gotta stop at the grocery store. So, oh, and if you're new here, welcome. I'm super happy to have you along on this adventure. I'm Bearman, and me and the Longship go camping and exploring in some super beautiful places, as you're gonna see today. All right, without further ado, let's roll. Quick Chick-fil-A breakfast. Still got about 6 hours on the road, so I gotta fuel up before the drive. Y'all, today we're driving all the way to Sedona, Arizona. Now, even though it's the middle of the spring, we're still getting some weather, so I'm hoping the roads aren't gonna be too bad when we get there, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. Still about 6 hours away from the campsite, so we still got a ways to go. Let's get back on the road and keep making progress. All right, let's roll, y'all. All right, y'all, I'm just filling up some more gas here at Moongo. But while I wait, I'll give you guys a quick rundown of the week. Got a pretty fun week ahead of us. I'm really excited for it. We're gonna do 3 nights camping in Sedona. Then we're gonna go up to the Grand Canyon, stay in the Grand Canyon for a night. Not in the canyon, because you need a pass for that. And I can't take the Longship in, obviously. But we're gonna do night car camping near the Grand Canyon, explore the Grand Canyon a day, then head to Flagstaff, meet up with a buddy, and then we're gonna hit Phoenix on the way home, meet up with another buddy there. But we're gonna be on the road for a full week. It's gonna be real fun. I'm excited. Like I said, this is the longest road trip we've done yet, the Longship. And to be honest, I'm taking my sweet time. I'm really in no rush to get there. It says it's gonna be raining in Sedona when we arrive there anyway, so really no rush getting there. And I also got, in my opinion, some super good videos planned, and I'm really excited to bring them to you guys. Arizona's got some super cool, interesting stuff, and some super cool stories that I'm gonna share with y'all. And I know y'all don't wanna see me driving there, so back to the road we go. I don't even know where we're at, bro. We're almost in Arizona, very close to the border. Picked me up a little bit of ice and an energy drink. I just looked at the map and we're actually right on the border right now. So looks like we're crossing into Arizona right when we get back on the freeway over the Colorado River. I don't know how big the river is at this point. I don't think it's that big, but I'll try to film it to show you guys. But hop back on this 10 East right here. All right, this is it, guys. There's the Colorado River. Woo! And we are crossing into Arizona. Here we are, officially out of California into Arizona, which also means we are officially on our first out-of-state road trip for the channel, that is. Now, I'm taking the southern route on this drive, so Mexico actually isn't too far south from here. But this path takes us through Phoenix and up to Sedona. So we're still about 150 miles outside of Phoenix, about 2 hours or so. And it'll probably be another hour and a half or so to Sedona. But I'll pick the camera back up when we're driving through Phoenix, see if there's anything cool around there. Might take another break and do some grocery shopping while we're there. stopped to get me some tacos, y'all. I'm pretty hungry. Don't feel like cooking either because I'm still far. And it's looking biblical outside, y'all. Kind of scary, ominous out there. Hoping it's not going to be too bad of weather by the time I get to Sedona. Hopefully it's not too muddy because we know I ain't got four-wheel drive. Not trying to get stuck. It's coming down, y'all. Coming down. All right, we're on our final stretch of road, y'all. This is Coxcomb. This one for sure looks a lot better in terms of road conditions, so that might be the one we're gonna go with. But I do want to just check the one we were originally gonna go to, just because why not? It's only 0.7 miles up further. Alright, let's check it out, y'all. This one doesn't look bad at all either, so I'm gonna give it a go. Pull up over there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go over there. That guy's got the primo spot. It doesn't look too deep. I think I should be good. Oh, now this is a spot, y'all. Just look how beautiful. This is awesome, guys. Check this out. Look how beautiful that is. And it's nice they got the porta-johns. I brought a shovel just in case I had to dig a hole, but looks like I won't need to. I ended up flipping the car around so I could have the trunk facing this beautiful view. See that sun setting over that hill into the canyon. Oh my God, look how beautiful it is. This is amazing, y'all. Look at this. Wow. And the rain's catching up with us, starting to come down. So I'm gonna get camp set up and then get huddled down inside the Longship, wait for this rain to pass. I don't think it's gonna go all night. Fingers crossed it won't. Y'all, I'm just standing here, taking it all in. So beautiful. And I don't really have much of a plan tonight. Not gonna make any dinner. Might make a little snack or something, but those tacos pretty much filled me over. I got some beef jerky at the gas station too that I could munch on. You seriously gotta get out in nature if you don't. It really takes away absolutely all the stress, anxieties, all the negative aspects of life just seem to disappear when you're out here. Oh, and look at that. We got a rainbow. Little good luck rainbow for our first night. 7 days in Arizona, y'all. Now let's enjoy this sunset, y'all. Alright, y'all, we are posted up. It's Monday, you know what that means. New Kill Tony, so I'm watching that right now. I was gonna make a grilled cheese to snack on, but I totally forgot to bring my cheese slices. But I'm snacking on a little bit of beef jerky. Hold me over. Should be fine for the night. The sun has gone completely down. I got all the window shades up and everything. Oh, and I don't know if y'all have noticed yet. You can't really tell with the towel up, but I took the back seats completely out of the Longship. I'll show you tomorrow when the towel's down, you can see better. But because of that, I got quite a bit more space back here, especially for storage. I can store, like, I got my clothes and sleeping bag over here. I got all the cooking stuff right behind me. Usually I would just have to like move that stuff to the front whenever I would be chilling back here. But with the seats out, I can have it all back here with me, which is really nice. And I did it all by myself. Proud. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna try to get to bed relatively early tonight. It's almost 8 p.m. Probably gonna try to be asleep by 10. I got an early morning tomorrow. I got a super interesting story for y'all about Sedona and these mysterious energy vortexes that are supposedly around here. And I did a lot of research for this video. I think it's gonna be a real fun one. So make sure you keep an eye out for that. It should be coming out not too long after this video. But anyways, let's post up, relax, enjoy some Kill Tony.
This is absolutely incredible. 2 minutes and this guy's mother's cunt.
Good morning, y'all. I ended up sleeping in a little longer. It's just about 8 a.m. right now. Wanted to get a little extra sleep. Originally woke up at 7 and I just felt a little tired. I want to have full energy for today's video, so decided to get another hour shut-eye. And, it was a lot colder than I was expecting last night. I didn't check the built-in car temperature gauge, but the weather app said Sedona was getting down to, I think, 35, but I'm convinced it got colder than that. Y'all could see I'm shiestied up and everything. I totally forgot to bring a beanie on this trip, but thankfully I had this in my ski bag. But anyways, let's check out what kind of view we got out here. Oh, that's beautiful. To be honest, I might not make breakfast till I get to my first spot of the day, because as y'all know, I don't really get hungry till later in the morning. But let's get up. Like I told you guys last night, we got a big day of filming today, so I'm trying to get after it as soon as I can. All right. Look how dirty it is. I want to get me like a little doormat to put right here. I can wipe my feet off when I come in the car, but next time. Beautiful out, y'all. Oh, look at that. And I gotta take a dump, so I'm glad there's those porta-johns. Still pretty beat, but honestly beats digging a hole. It warms up quick out here, y'all. I think it's gonna be like high 60s today. Like a 30+ degree temperature change between night and day. That's the desert for you. And I'm gonna get changed for our adventure, and let's pack up, hit the road. Take a little walk around, y'all. Explore the surrounding areas. I don't think you're allowed to drive down here and camp, but it looks like some people have been walking down. So I see some fire rings. It's gotta be my biggest pet peeve, y'all. If you're ever camping, pick up your trash. It's gotta be the most classless thing ever, I swear. I'm gonna pick it up for them today, but better not catch any of y'all doing that. What? Piss you up. All right, y'all, I'm gonna get out of here. Move on to our next spot. Let's roll. All right, y'all, rather than cooking breakfast, I figured while we're here, we gotta stop by the only blue McDonald's in the entire world. At least I think. It's right here in Sedona. And everything that's read about McDonald's, or that's usually read about McDonald's, at this one is blue. Even the golden arches are not golden here, y'all. Look at that. Blue. Kind of in a rush to get to Cathedral Rock for the Vortex video, so I'm not gonna go inside, but pretty interesting nonetheless. There's those blue arches, all blue. Now I'm not 100% sure of the exact reason, but I know it has something to do with the surrounding red rocks in the Sedona landscape, and not wanting to clash with those colors or wanting to stand out from those colors. I don't really know. I'll look it up and throw it up on screen, but just another thing about Sedona that's kind of cool and unique. I mean, when was the last time you seen a blue McDonald's? Little town of Sedona. Super cool. It's like carved into the rocks almost. Very cute little town though. Whoa, 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 whoa. All right, y'all. Bit of a dilemma here. I was originally planning to head to Cathedral Rock, which is the first vortex I was gonna go explore, but the parking was closed for whatever reason. So I kept driving down to Bell Rock, which is the second vortex that I was gonna explore, which I believe It's either that rock or that rock. It might be that one, because that one I could see people climbing on it. But there's this line to get into the parking lot, and it hasn't moved at all since I got here. But for now, I'm gonna eat my McDonald's and try to figure out this whole vortex situation. But before we jump into our investigation of these vortexes, there's 3 questions we need to address first. 1, what even is an energy vortex? 2, how do the vortexes specifically here influence the energy in Sedona? And 3, what can you expect to feel when you yourself are at one of these energy vortexes? And to answer that 3rd question, I'm going to the vortexes myself, and we're going to find out. Alright, let's begin with question 1. What is an energy vortex? Now, for this to make sense, we have to understand the concept of vortex theory, which is largely influenced by Native Americans that used to dominate this area. A vortex is said to be a concentrated, swirling center of energy where the Earth's power lines meet. And it is believed that at these vortexes, energy enters the Earth in 2 ways. Downward inward energy into the Earth, or upward flowing energy out of the Earth. Now, these upward flowing energy vortexes are said to help release negative patterns, whereas the downward inward vortexes promote introspection. People that visit these vortexes report sensations such as warmth, coolness, or even emotional shifts. I read a lot of reports online of people having these extreme, profound experiences at these vortexes. They consider them extremely spiritual healing. And there's thought to be vortexes all around the world, and it just so happens that Sedona, Arizona happens to be a big hotspot for these energy vortexes. Which brings us to question number 2. How do these specific vortexes influence the energy in Sedona? Now, to answer this question, we gotta look 40 years in the past. Around the 1970s and 80s, the New Age movement came here to Sedona. This brought a huge increase in people striving to improve their metaphysical and spiritual health. And it's important to note that no single individual can be credited for bringing the New Age movement here to Sedona, but there were some key events. And there had always been myths of these supposed energy vortexes residing right here in Sedona. So with the New Age movement, people began to come to Sedona in search of these vortexes, hoping for some kind of healing spiritual experience. Now, this marks one of the key events that brought a lot of these spiritual seeking people to Sedona. In 1980, there was a psychic named Paige Bryant. Paige released an audio recording titled The Earth Changes Survival Handbook. In this audio recording, she claimed that a spiritual being named Albion revealed these vortexes to her. And this is what led her to Sedona. The New Age movement continued to grow, and 7 years later, in August of 1987, an influx of 10,000 people traveled here to Sedona for an event called the Harmonic Convergence. Now, it's thought that on this date, which was marked by the Mayan calendar, that there would be a rare alignment of planets, and with the power of mass meditation, it'd be possible to usher in a new era of consciousness for people around the world, basically attempting to change the thought process for everybody in the world for the better. And it was estimated that about 144,000 people worldwide participated in this mass meditation event, about 10,000 of them being right here in Sedona. And ever since then, these vortexes have been a very sought after spiritual experience in Sedona, and there's still guided tours offered to this day of these vortexes, but you gotta pay for that. And I don't want you guys to waste your money. So I'm going to be taking y'all on not only a better tour of these vortexes, but a tour for absolutely free. Which brings us to question number 3. What can you yourself expect when visiting these energy vortexes? And what better way to answer that question than to visit these vortexes ourselves? And the first vortex that we're stopping at is right here at Bell Rock. I'm going to get a little further up the trail and I'll tell you guys all about it. Let's head up the mountain. Now, they say that the vortex here at Bell Rock is no stronger at the summit, at the very top of the rock, than it is at the bottom here. And because there's so many people climbing on the rock right now, I'm going to try to find a little bit more of a secluded area down here at the base and see if I can feel the energy from this vortex. Now, unlike many of the other vortexes here in Sedona, Bell Rock is not recognized as a Native American cultural site. The legend behind Bell Rock is actually much more mysterious. Now, there's a number of claims as to what Bell Rock really is. Some believe aliens planted some sort of giant crystal ball underneath the rock, which acts as some kind of energy source. Others believe it's some sort of trans-dimensional energy portal, where you can actually travel between dimensions. And some say Bell Rock itself is an alien spaceship. But one thing that everybody has in common is that they feel some sort of energy permeating from Bell Rock. And this is an upward flowing vortex known for its masculine energy. I hope no one saw that. And it's supposed to be perfect for higher thinking and problem solving. It's perfect for me because I'm a very high thinker myself. Now, reading reports online is great and everything, but I want to try to feel this energy for myself. So I'm just going to sit here on this cliffside in the peace and quiet and just kind of reflect on life. Think about worries and difficulties. Try to really focus on the energy coming from the vortex. Alright, I've been sitting here for about 30 minutes now, y'all. And I will say, as I'm sitting here all alone on this peaceful cliffside, in the peace and quiet, looking out over these mountains, and these trees, and the valley, you're completely overcome with this sense of peace and inner quiet, and almost inner stillness. For some reason, as soon as I sat down and really started to look out over the rocks and just kind of let my thoughts play out, I started to think about my childhood and just remembering that childlike feeling of being completely innocent, almost oblivious to the world around you. And for a couple seconds, I could almost feel that completely free feeling that you have as a child. You know, before you're met with the worries of the world and life. I don't know, it's very difficult to put into words. It definitely brings out a very emotional feeling from within. It's nice to just kind of look out on the rocks, the different patterns of the trees, and just let all your thoughts play out and see where it takes you. Now, whether all these sensations are coming from the energy of the vortex here at Bell Rock, or just from purely being in nature and this beautiful scenery, I guess that's really up for you to decide yourself. But there is a very spiritual, almost profound feeling here. I mean, you're completely surrounded by nature every which way you look. Very safe feeling as well. One thing I love about being in nature is everything's so much slower. Get away from the fast-paced life of being in the city. And I'm not just talking big city. You can live in the smallest town in the world, but life still moves fast. But when you're out completely isolated in nature, it really feels like everything does slow down. You're able to just take your time with everything. Process all your thoughts. Peaceful. So I was looking online for some stories of some kind of extreme experiences that I could read up on and share with you guys. And I came across one that I thought was very interesting. Now, there's a shaman here in Sedona that leads guided tours to various vortex points. And he claims he knows of secret spots unknown to the public, where the vortex energy is very intense and there's not many people around. And he writes on his blog about these experiences with these people that he takes on these spiritual journeys to these vortex points. And one of the stories that I read that caught my interest was about these two business partners that went on one of these spiritual journeys together with the shaman. And the shaman's name is Greg, by the way. Greg writes that at some point on this journey, one of these men had shared with him some childhood issues that he had been dealing with. Now, Greg could tell that this wasn't a light thing. He even writes that for a man to even bring that up, he knew that it was something deep and very important. So he treated it as such. And as they're walking along this trail, Greg gets this inner feeling. Something inside him is telling him to veer off right on this smaller animal trail off of the trail that they were on. And right after this, Greg sees his client's father walk through the veil. Now, Greg shares the vision that he had with the man, and he suggested a certain spot for him to stand in where he saw his father. And Greg writes that this man was completely open to this, which he really appreciated. Now, Greg separates the rest of the people from that man so he can have a moment alone in that spot. After about 5 minutes, Greg went to check on the man, and he found him in a completely emotional state. He shared that he too saw his father, and that he came over and gave him a big hug. And this man told Greg he could physically feel his father's arms wrapped around him. And he told Greg that with that hug, all of his childhood troubles immediately faded away. He said he had never felt so light before in his life, and he thanked Greg immensely. So it was clearly a very, very profound experience for this man. And this is just one of the many stories that Shaman Greg writes on his website. Go check it out if you want to see more. But I think we've done enough healing here at Bell Rock It's time to move on to our next vortex point. All right, we're gonna scurry down this mountain, get back to the Longship. Let's roll, y'all. And they say Bell Rock gets its name from the shape. I mean, I guess if it means a bell curve, like in math, but they don't look like no bell to me. All right. Alright, found another little parking lot right next to the airport. Airport is literally right behind this fence. Talk about TSA. Before we walk down to the mesa, I'm gonna make up a little grilled cheese, because I'm hungry. But the parking attendant told me that we're actually within range of the vortex right now. I guess this one's got a 7-mile range, and we're within that because we're only about a mile from the vortex. So let's whip up this energy-infused grilled cheese, and then let's get down there. So like I said, there's a little plateau down there where the energy is said to be the highest. We're parked about a mile away from that. Now, unlike Bell Rock, this is a downward, inward vortex, or a negative one. The vortex here at Airport Mesa is said to promote inner reflection and introspection. Now, this spot has long been a spiritual energy site for Native Americans, but in the mid-1900s, more people started to catch on and notice this pertinent energy emanating from this spot. People would climb to the top of the mesa in search of spiritual and even physical healing, and this was one of the first vortex sites started to get popularized here in Sedona. They also say this is one of the best spots in Sedona to watch the sunrise and sunset, so hence why we're here at sunset. And the energy here is supposedly very strong. People report feeling tingling in their hands and feet when they're meditating here. So without further ado, let's get down into the mesa ourselves and see what we feel. All right, Joe, we got about 30 minutes till sunset. Hustling to get there. And I think I'm going in the right spot. But I don't know, I've been going downhill for quite some time now, which doesn't seem right. And the sun's that way, but we're gonna just keep going. I trust my instinct on this one. All right, I think this is the top of the mesa. So I think we're in the right place. I wanna set up the camera, get the time lapse as much of the sun as I can going down for you guys, so I'm trying to hustle up right now. Look how beautiful it is, y'all. And this is the Airport Mesa that people originally would climb to get to this energy vortex in pursuit of spiritual and physical healing, or just introspection, inner reflection, and meditation. This is the summit of the plateau for Airport Mesa Vortex. Beautiful view on this hike back as well. Now this vortex was much more crowded than Bell Rock, so it was a little more difficult to get a feel for the energy. So I threw in my headphones to try to concentrate a little bit more. As I was up on top of the Airport Mesa Vortex meditating, I definitely felt an inner sense of calmness and peace. Now that could be attributed to a number of things, whether it's just being out in nature, feeling connected to the outdoors, just being in that meditative state in general, or it could be the energy coming from the vortex. But at the end of the day, it's really up to you what you want to believe. I personally think it's fun to believe that there's some energy being emanated from these vortexes that do make a difference in your meditations, in your physical and spiritual feeling, especially at Bell Rock where we had a more quiet setting, much more secluded and intimate. I definitely felt something when I was there meditating at Bell Rock, and it was something special, I'll say that. I mean, we didn't have any kind of crazy transformational experience like we read about, but maybe that's just not what we needed today. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts. What do you think about these vortexes? Do you think there truly is some kind of spiritual benefit from being at them from the energy? Let me know in the comments. You think the vortexes are legit or not? Now, regardless of what you believe, I'll tell you what is legit is the money and the economy that's stimulated from these vortexes. Ever since Page Bryant and the harmonic convergence in 1987, Sedona has become famous for their vortexes. People travel from all over to come experience them. And you can clearly see there's a heavy influence on the town of Sedona itself. A lot of psychic shops, crystal shops, things like that, different services and whatnot, palm readings, and all, or at least most of that, likely stemmed from these vortexes. I mean, even the guided tours. I saw 3 guided tour trucks pull up in the parking lot just in the time I've been here. And we read about those more freelance private tours that Greg the shaman would do. So clearly, these vortexes have benefited the town of Sedona, not only spiritually, but economically as well. You can see the town right below me right now. And we're almost back to the car, y'all. Made it just in time before it gets completely dark out. I just locked myself out of the car. Y'all, so I just screwed up big time. I'm at Airport Mesa Vortex right now, as you guys saw from last video. And I just locked myself out of my car. In the middle of Sedona. Thankfully, we're not in the middle of nowhere and there's paved roads to where the car is, so should be able to get a roadside assistance. On the downside, I have no jacket because it's locked in the car and the sun just went down. The temperature is going to drop very quick. It's only supposed to get down to like 39 tonight, so it'll be manageable as long as I keep moving. Such a head ass. What a start to the video, y'all. Let's see where this goes. Alright, it's been like 30 minutes. I still don't have one on the way. And it is cold, y'all. Very, very chilly. Oh, it sucks so much.
Too old to have the automatic relock on it.
Yeah,
So that uncomplicates things quite a bit.
that's good.
You have a good night, all right?
Oh, thank God. We got in, guys. That was terrible. Was out in the cold for a whole hour straight, no jacket. That was not fun at all. And we've lost quite a bit of time. It's already 8:35. Still haven't eaten dinner, and campsite is still 30 minutes away or so. It's all right though. Setbacks happen. Let's warm up a little bit before we get going. So the plan is to head to a campsite pretty close by to the one that we stayed at last night. Only thing I'm worried about is the muddy roads at night, because I won't be able to see if it's super muddy or not. But it hasn't rained since last night, so fingers crossed we'll be good. All right, guys, let's roll to camp. I'm ready to eat and freaking relax. Not even gonna lie, y'all. Last thing I want to do right now is cook in the cold. And it's all dark out, so we find ourselves at Blue McDonald's once again. It's been a tiring day, y'all. A lot of hiking. And that getting locked out of the car was just the worst end to an overall great day. But hey, not end yet. We still got our nuggets right here, and we're gonna find a nice campsite, maybe watch a movie or something. But I am exhausted. My whole body hurts. I'm ready to lay down in the back and sleep. I'm definitely gonna lay the mattress all the way out tonight. Last night I only had it flipped over on one side, but tonight I want it all. I want to be able to toss and turn, get a real good night's sleep for tomorrow. Finally posted in the back of the Longship. I am so exhausted, guys. It was a big day. I'm ready to hit the sack. I will catch you guys in the morning. We got a chill day ahead of us tomorrow. Good night, y'all. Good morning, y'all. Slept in a decent amount today. I was super tired. 9:30 right now. But we got a chill day ahead of us today, so no need to rush. I just took my morning dump, the porta-john. I think I might bring the car somewhere back here. Now that it's daylight, it goes quite a ways back. Maybe that spot over there. We'll see though, we'll see. Maybe in like 30 minutes. All right, y'all, just had a little breakfast, had some yogurt and some berries. I think I'm gonna make up a little chicken sandwich for lunch and then probably do the bacon tomorrow. Do a bacon grilled cheese tomorrow for breakfast. Gotta conserve the real food that I do have. But I'm just taking it easy this morning. No rush to get anywhere. That was the plan anyway. Big day of filming yesterday, big day of filming tomorrow, and a nice, relaxing, chill day in between today. I've just been chilling here at the campsite, admiring the view. Seriously, it's easy to sit here and just look into the nothingness, peace and quiet for hours on end. But we still got a little bit of a plan today. I'm planning on going into the town of Sedona, walking around and exploring the town a little bit more. Got to drive through it yesterday, but I didn't get out and explore at any point. I want to be able to do that. But like I said, we're in no rush to get there. I'm still gonna chill for probably 2 hours, 2.5 more hours. Get out of here by 1 o'clock, 1:30. Beautiful rocks in the background. Love it out here, y'all. All right, y'all, I'm going to make myself a little chicken sandwich, but water from the cooler got all in my bread. And it's all like sogging wet now, so I'm gonna check the other loaf, see if that one got protected. Alright, thankfully, thank God, this bread is okay. It's about 2:25 already, guys. I've just been chilling. I ended up moving spots, but I've just been doing some research for tomorrow's video. Got another super exciting one tomorrow. Looking into a lost Egyptian civilization in the Grand Canyon. And it has sounded super interesting, guys, so I'm excited for this one. So make sure you keep an eye out for that. I need to figure out a separate like pantry type of thing. So I hate having all my dry food in the cooler. It gets all wet. Going with some butter for this bread. Alright, that went out. But we got backup this time. Oh, and if you're wondering why I got the tent zipped up behind me, it's because there's a bunch of bugs flying around. I don't want them landed in the food. Beautiful. So guys, the campsite I'm planning to stay at tonight is actually a little further than I thought. It's like 2 hours, 45 minutes, call it 3 hours. And I'd like to get there with a little bit of sunlight still left, so I might just end up driving straight there and skip out on stopping in Sedona, but we're just gonna play it by ear for now. Alright, let's get our chicken on there. Want a decent sized piece. Let's see. Hope this is still good. And with that, and guys, I forgot to tenderize it. Maybe I still should. Yeah, let's tenderize it. Alright, I'm gonna go beat this on a rock. Wonder if Ragnar would tenderize his chicken this way. Guarantee you he would. Let's get cooking on our chicken. Oh, and if you're wondering why I'm doing this in a pot, it's because I don't want it to splash around as much. So hopefully this will minimize splashage. Alright, let's go. In with some chicken. Is this the piece I wanted? Yes. Alright, yeah, this looks better. Big old thigh. Alright, y'all, we're gonna let that go for probably about 3-4 minutes each side. Well, should have done that 3 minutes ago, but that helps with the splashes, and it'll help cook it faster. 2 birds, 1 stone. Or should I say 2 birds, 1 stoner. Give her a flip. Ah, it's hot. And I didn't even show you guys because everything was just growing everywhere. But there's a beautiful crust on that first side. So probably gonna go about 4 minutes on the other side too. 'Cause that's what I did for this one. It's perfect. I'm playing, I can't fight for shit. Yo, there's like a rectangular section on the dirt right here. Makes me think it's like a grave for some reason. Oh no, I'll show you guys after this. Oh, what? Y'all, look at this. Cybertruck going by right now. No way. That's dope. Oh. I got the Longship, they got a spaceship. Alright, probably another 2 to 3 minutes on that. Alright. This ain't bad, y'all. Let's cut her in half. I got this little crunchy chili onion Trader Joe's thing that my aunt gave me. Try it out on here. Oh, the bugs are gonna like this. Not sure how hot it is, so just sprinkle a little bit on for the first bite. Cheers, y'all. This is exactly what I needed for the long drive ahead of us, y'all. Alright, I'm gonna enjoy this other half. Then let's pack up, hit the road. Oh, I'm satisfied. Alright, time to get packed up and head on out of here. To the Grand Canyon, that is. This is the little grave thing I was talking about. bridge we're about to go over the valley. That's cool. Wow. Pretty spectacular. We got home for night number 3. Alright, y'all, I'm just at another dispersed camping spot, and we're super close to the Grand Canyon. I think we're only about 10 minutes to the south rim entrance. 8:45 p.m. right now. Plan is to get to bed early tonight, get up early, and get up to the Grand Canyon. We got a big day of filming tomorrow. Super interesting story that I'm about to cover in the Grand Canyon. I think you guys are gonna love it. But anyways, I'm gonna just kick back with a little Yellowstone and fall asleep pretty soon here. I'll catch you guys in the morning. Good night, y'all. Alright, y'all, let's move on from here and up to the Grand Canyon for today's Lost Egyptian Cave conspiracy video. Should be a super fun one. I'm real excited for this one. Let's roll, y'all. Hey, y'all, tell me why it costs money to go see the Grand Canyon. It's God's creation, bruh. Why you charging? Got a pretty long line here, too. I always say I'm gonna get a super early start, but then once like 6 a.m. rolls around, it's like super cold. And I just wanna lay in bed and be all cozy. So I ended up sleeping until like 8:20. It's 9:08 right now. And we're just about to enter the canyon. I thought there was gonna be a lot more traffic, to be honest. But when I came here like 2 or 3 years ago, with the Algerian homie, the traffic to get into the park was insane. I think we waited in the line for like an hour and a half. But I don't remember what day that was. It must have been a weekend, because today's a Thursday and it's much less crowded. It's also earlier, but still not that early. I mean, 9 a.m. It's not early. But I'm excited for this, y'all. This is my 3rd time seeing the Grand Canyon. And both times I've seen it before, it absolutely is breathtaking. Like, it's unrealistic. If you've never seen the Grand Canyon, I highly recommend coming to check it out for yourself. I saw a lot of posts on Reddit and stuff when I was doing research for this road trip. A lot of people saying skip the Grand Canyon, don't bother, it just costs money, you know, a lot of tourists. No, screw that, bro. Come see the Grand Canyon. It is absolutely fascinating. Yeah, maybe it's super crowded, you might have to deal with a little bit of lines, but I'm telling you guys, it is 100% worth it. Hopefully you guys will be able to get somewhat of a sense of how vast and grand it is through today's video. But anyways, not gonna bore you any longer with sitting in this line with me. Let's get into the park, y'all. Thanks so much, have a good one.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Thanks. And we are off, guys, to the park. Let's get to South Kaibab Trail. That's where we're going. Now, this trail goes all the way down to the bottom of the canyon floor. Now, I really want to do that for the experience, but it takes like 9 to 10 hours. It's 8 miles in, 8 miles back, so a total of 16 miles. And I'm going to have a pretty slow start already because I have a lot to film before I go into the canyon for this Egyptian cave video. So if I did want to do the full hike down to the bottom, the end of the hike would be at night, which I don't entirely mind. I just would have to remember to bring a jacket and a flashlight. But I don't know, I think I'm just going to cross that bridge when I finish filming the first part of this video. And we'll see. Oh, I'm so excited, y'all. I really like the Grand Canyon. Let's roll. Alright, I found me some parking pretty easily at the further parking lot, but we're at the visitor center. Probably gonna film the intro here at the visitor center, looking into the canyon, then take the shuttle bus to South Kaibab Trail. But first, I gotta fuel up, get some food in me. I don't want to take the time to cook a whole meal right now, so I think I'm gonna just do yogurt, berries, and one of these bars. And I'm gonna take a lot of these with me too for snacks, because I'm not gonna have a full meal till probably dinner tonight. It's kind of chilly. We're at like 6,700, I think, feet in elevation, which is this in Celsius. Stupid joke. So my beet cooler water got all in my berries because the ice all melted. So I gotta wash these off. But the more I think about it, the less logical it sounds to try to get all the way down to the rim today. That's like something you gotta start at like 5, 6 a.m. I'm gonna pack like we're gonna do it and then play it by ear. Alright, I'm gonna finish up this breakfast Then let's go check out the canyon and then get to the trail. All right, y'all. We're all geared up, ready to go. Wow. Look at that, y'all. That is beautiful. Almost looks unreal. It's so vast and grand. But this is not where we're hiking in from. To get to our South Kaibab trailhead, we gotta take a little shuttle bus. Hopefully, won't be too long of a wait. Look at this.
Wow, look at this. That's beautiful.
Fascinating. Let's keep moving, y'all. I think I want to get over there where I can kind of climb out over the rocks and there's no gate. Film the intro for this cave video. I'm trying to hustle along here because it's already 10:30. I'm definitely not gonna make it down to the floor today, y'all, but definitely want to do it another time. And the drop off is so scarily steep. Okay, I think this might be a good spot. Film the intro. I don't want to get too close to the edge. But look how steep. It just instantly drops off miles down into that canyon. Alright guys, so I was about to get on the shuttle bus to go to the South Kaibab Trail where we're starting our descent into the canyon, but I'm kind of hungry and planning on hiking for the rest of the day, so I'm gonna go run, make me a little bit of food real quick, just get a little bit of fuel in me, and then we'll head out. And guys, I appreciate you guys watching this full Arizona boondock video. I've been trying to add as much new content as I can. So for example, all of today that you're seeing on this video is not in any other video. So you might have seen some repeat stuff earlier in the video, but I'm trying as hard as I can to add in new, fresh content for y'all. Keep it interesting. All right, speed cheese. Should've got more bread at the grocery store, but oh well. Get some more today. Yummy. I was thinking about it, like, I'm eager to get down there, but I know I'm gonna get hangry quick. Y'all know I don't function when I'm hungry. So, decided run back to the car before we hop on the shuttle. Get me some grub. Alright y'all, I'm gonna finish this up and let's get back out there. Alright y'all, I guess I did come early because this parking lot is completely filled up now. When I got here, it was not empty, but there were plenty of spots. So, good. So, that's a good thing. Oh, Ragnar. Raven. And we're off into the canyon, y'all. And this is a very steep trail. Makes me think about my mom. She would absolutely never do this. She would be freaked out. But eventually one day, I do want to come back and get down to the canyon floor. There's actually an Indian reservation on the canyon floor. I believe the tribe is called Havasupai, and the only way in or out is by hiking down or taking a horseback or mule. But if you reserve ahead of time, you can do a little backpacking trip down in there, camp in the canyon on the reservation. And I think they might even have little cabins you can stay in. So one day, I want to go with a couple buddies and do that. I think that'd be super cool. You can see we've already made it down into the canyon quite a bit, and it's only been about 10 minutes of hiking. I want to get to a point where there's less people to film the next part of the cave video. Thanks. It's windy, guys. Little gust coming through. Just incredible how huge this is. You know, I'm seeing a lot of people with hiking poles. Makes you think I should have brought my ski poles. I got them in the Thule. Oh well. And you know, I was thinking about it yesterday, and I feel like I definitely felt something at those Sedona energy vortexes. Oh, whoa. Look at this. How you doing? You guys bringing the mail from the reservation? Is that what this is?
No, there's a village down there.
Okay.
And we just bring up trash and duffels.
Right on, right on. Have a good one. Hey. That's pretty cool. I was telling you guys about how there's a reservation at the bottom, and I was reading that the only way to get mail and everything in or out is by mule. And I think that's what that was. I think he must have just misheard me. But anyways, as I was saying, I feel like I definitely felt something at those energy vortexes. Like at the first one, it brought out like emotions, like made me almost feel like I wanted to cry. Like really connecting with my inner child almost. And at that second one, it was a little more difficult at first because there's so many people. But once I threw in the headphones with the binaural beats, just sat there, kind of meditated, just let my thoughts wander and whatnot, I started to feel super good. Like I didn't get the full tingling in the hands and feet like I read online, but it felt good. It felt like I was off a yerk or something. It was cool though. But yeah, I don't know. I think I definitely felt something. This is steep. Canyon is just so huge, guys. It would seriously just be impossible to explore it all in one lifetime. There's gotta be mysteries, treasures, all kinds of stuff hidden throughout. I'm telling y'all. Refuel. You can see all these caves in the walls, y'all. Like, look. Right there is a cave. And over there somewhere. All throughout the canyon, there's tons of caves. But they're pretty much impossible to get to. It would require some kind of like government sanctioned operation to get to some of these caves. And that'll likely never happen. But it makes you wonder, like, what kind of stuff could you find in these caves? And that kind of stuff just absolutely fascinates me, y'all. I love mysteries like that. Ancient civilizations, even old Native American civilizations, tribes. Extremely fascinating. You can just imagine a time when the water was filled into this whole valley, and there were tribes living in these canyon hills. And who knows, maybe even ancient Egyptian civilizations that we have lost in time, which I'm currently making an entire documentary about. So if you haven't already, go and check that out. Story about G.E. Kincaid's discovery of an Egyptian cave in the Grand Canyon. You know, I feel like I should probably turn around some point here, but I keep telling myself, all right, just a couple more turns, I just want to see it all, y'all. Oh, look, little squirrel. Yo, I gotta meet a wife on one of these trips. I'm seeing hella cuties in Arizona, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, it's so stressful saying something. And I don't like talking to strangers in general, let alone a pretty girl. Maybe y'all can throw me some confidence in the comments. Cause hey, well, I don't mind doing these adventures alone. Would be nice to share with a cute little lady. Yeah, not little, but you know what I mean. Y'all can see now it's complete desert biome. Kind of looks like it does back in 29 Palms, where we were a few weeks ago. You can see the forest trees pretty much completely gone. All right, y'all, I think I'm gonna get out onto this little ridge, then find somewhere to take a little break, eat a little snack, and then turn around and head back. I don't want to get too far in. I don't see many other people walking down more. I really want to come camping here one day. I think it'd be super, super fascinating. Like camping on the canyon floor, because then you can go explore the canyon from the floor rather than from the rim, which I'm guessing would be a lot more remote. You'd have increased chance of finding something cool or mysterious. All right, y'all. Got posts up right here. Take a little break before we flip around and head on back to the Longship. Just incredible how vast the canyon is. All right, y'all, time to flip around, head on back out of here. All right, y'all, I ended up hiking a little bit further because I wanted to see if I could see the river. And sure enough, first glimpse of the river. See the brown water down there. I've never actually seen the Colorado River in person in the Grand Canyon before. So, glad I got to do that. But now, it's time to turn around and hike on out of here. And it's gonna be a tough hike back, I'll tell you that much. Look at that. Clouds rolling in. I think we're getting close to the top, Bill. The hike out is no joke. Much more tiring than the way down, that's for sure. Let's keep going. We made it out, y'all. Whew. Tired and hungry. Watch says 4:24. So, quick little 4.5 hour hike. Not bad, y'all. I'm not gonna lock my keys in the car this time. Oh, actually, we'll go around back. Guys, I am starving. Expended a lot of energy on that hike. Still haven't eaten a full meal today yet, so I'm about to heat up some pizza and eat a yogurt right now. Then we'll make our chicken when we get to our campsite. A little bit of traffic coming out of the canyon because there's some elk. Looks like they're trying to cross the road. That is cool. Whoa. All right, y'all, we made it to our camp for the night. I just came to the same spot we were at last night. It's literally less than a mile to the entrance to the gate, so easy. I was super tired, super tired, so I just wanted to get to camp ASAP. There's a little fire ring and I have firewood, but it's pretty windy right now. And I don't want the embers like blowing into the Longship and risk hurting my baby's paint. So I might wait and see if the wind dies down a little bit. Play it by ear, we'll see. I'm also probably gonna be hungry again. I still got some chicken, but I really just don't feel like cooking. But if it comes down to it, that's all I got, so. All right, y'all. I'm super dirty, dusty, sandy, all of that from our hike today. So I'm gonna attempt to clean myself off a little bit. Start with the hands. Let me get my face too. Much needed. It's like dirt coming off my face. Much better. Alright, I'm not sure if I want to make a fire yet, or if I want to just sit in the back of the Longship, chill, watch a movie, because I'm so tired. It's an exhausting hike, y'all. One of the toughest hikes I've ever done, that's for sure. And I don't know exactly how many miles it was, but I'll throw it up here. Let's see, I'm gonna guess, because there was a lot of descent, which was the hardest part, not even the distance. I'm gonna guess 3 miles in, 3 miles out, 6 miles total. That's my guess. Lots of elevation gain though. Alright, y'all, I opted for a movie in the car rather than fire. It's just too windy, too cold. Wouldn't even be enjoyable sitting out there right now, so Longship it is. And I don't think much else is going on tonight, so I'm gonna say goodnight to y'all right now. This is night 4 of the Arizona Boondock road trip, and my whole body hurts, y'all. That was a long, strenuous hike. Very much worth it, though. The views were beautiful. But hopefully I'll get a good night's sleep tonight. Alright, I'll catch you in the morning. Good night, y'all. It is windy as hell, y'all. I'm gonna throw this chair away. Little snowflakes starting to come down too. Might want to get out of here before it gets too wet and muddy. Y'all can see it's starting to really come down, these little snow flurries. Nothing's sticking to the ground. I'm just worried about getting stuck in this spot if the road gets too wet. So might be wise to pull out of here pretty soon. All right, y'all, we are out of here and on to Flagstaff. Gonna stop and get some food along the way because I'm starving and I don't feel like cooking in this miserable weather, so gonna buy something. Let's roll, y'all. Y'all, just stopped for a quick little breakfast lunch at Starbucks, and now I'm on my way to Flagstaff. Oh, I just passed the sign actually. It's 64 miles away, so about an hour. Road's getting kind of gnarly, y'all. Good morning, y'all. Day 6, I believe. It's Saturday. I ended up crashing in the Longship again. The homie here in Flagstaff lives in a frat house, and this was just a much better alternative than sleeping in there for the night. Even though it was very cold, tonight was by far the coldest night. Sunlight's out already and it's 23 degrees. I think it probably got down to about like 18 last night. So definitely one of the colder nights we've had in the Longship, but wasn't too bad. All right, y'all, change of plans. Turns out we not skiing today. Still gonna stop in Phoenix to visit the British homie. Our call on night, I think I'm gonna probably just head back to HB after that. Try to make it back by 8 or 9 p.m. All right, y'all, currently in Phoenix. Just left my buddies that I stopped by to visit. Always great to see old friends after it's been a while. You know, you got your boys no matter how long it's been. Every time you see each other, it's like it's only been a few days. Life moves on, you know? Who knows what direction it's gonna take you? But it's nice to have those homies where even if they live in a different state, live across the country, across the world even, kind of makes it even more special when you get to see them. But anyways, time for the long journey back to HB. It's honestly not even that long, only 6 hours. It's about the distance from HB to Mammoth. I'm gonna stop at Chick-fil-A first though and fuel up for the drive home. All right, y'all, I'm just at a rest stop right here off the highway, still in Arizona. But I think that's gonna do it for the Arizona Boondocking road trip. And if you're still watching this full-length movie, I appreciate the hell out of you. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching just as much as I enjoyed myself on this trip. Did a lot of cool stuff, saw a lot of interesting things, but most importantly, we were able to get out and connect with nature, really escape the stresses and the worries of life. Always good to get back out where you came from, be connected with nature. Very good for the mind and the soul. And if you haven't already, I highly recommend that you go check out my other Arizona videos. Anyways, y'all, this has been a lot of fun. Back to the Longship and back to HB we go. Peace, y'all.